Great morning. Well, today, I guess Fani Willis has to do a mini trial about why Mark Meadows was not acting in his capacity, and so why he should still be tried in state court rather than federal. So let's pull cards and see what's going to happen on that front today. So what is going to happen with the Fani Willis mini trial of Mark Meadows and keeping his trial in state court? Okay, at the center of it we have justice. Perfect card to come out for this reading. So what about justice? Okay, going into it, we have out in the cold on this. Okay, it's not looking good for him. When the first thing out is you're out in the cold, you're not in alignment with where you were supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing. So what's going on now? Oh my goodness, she has got the power. Okay, she's going in there and she is ready. Okay, she knows what she is doing. The challenge is the new idea, something that his lawyers could come up with, and how he was working with the Trumpian family, but going into it again, it doesn't look good. Above it, we have this is charging forward. This is happening today, the action. He's overturned, hung upside down, and the challenge is all the fantasy nonsense that they want to try to put out, their new arguments. Underneath of it, this is what is given out, okay, and this is overturned, okay. So, it's going to be kind of holding on to some things. She's got information, okay. Going into it, she's got a strong case. And on the other side, the challenge is they're trying to build a case, trying to build a structure with this. Okay? So instead of this giving out what he's supposed to be in his official capacity, overturned, I would say no. Instead of giving out, he was taking in other words, he was doing for Donald Trump rather than the people what he was supposed to be doing. Underneath of it, this is a nightmare scenario when it comes to the new action. Ending is in place when it comes to this sharing that his side, and it is a tower moment. Okay, it's a tower moment. Okay. So we're going to leave that there. So it looks like he is not going to get his wish. So let's break this down. The major thing driving all of this. Mr. Mickey. Okay, driving all of this is justice. Going into it, above it, she wants it to stay right where it's at. His side wants to overturn it and get it in federal, but she has a very strong case. This is coming to an end point, and it is a tower moment for him, okay? Tower moment. Not looking good. Above it, it's going forward today. She is standing in her power, and they are having this new action taking place. We have him, rather than doing what he was supposed to be doing, It was overturned. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. He's out in the cold. This is something that his council has tried to put together. Above it, we have, they're going to put a lot of stuff out in the mix when it comes to the Trumpian thing and the healing. We have this new idea, but it ends in this nightmare scenario for him. So it looks like in this, Fani Willis will prevail. If I'm reading this correctly, Fani Willis will prevail. And Mark Meadows is going to have to deal with things in the Georgia State Court. Now, I think one reason they want to get it to federal because there are no cameras in the courthouse. Okay? So he can keep things a little more on the QT as to what was going on. Okay? But he's stuck with the humiliation of cameras in the courtroom. Let's do a few 3 cards and see what else it's going to tell us about this. Going into it, we have witnesses that will be called, okay, about the abuse of power, okay, and not going to like the harvest of that. So it looks like the witnesses are not going to bode well for him. I would say Mark Meadows is not going to have a happy day today. We'll do another one. At the center, what he's trying to sell, his desires, the wish card. Going into it, feeling a bit abused, having a difficult time with justice. Okay? He's got his thing, what he wants, but and he's feeling beleaguered, having to stay in Georgia in the state court, but justice is going to prevail on this. Oh my goodness. Not looking good for Mark Meadows today at all. We'll do one more. The center, what's being worked on, what's hammered out. We have all of his things up in the air that they're going to try to put in there about democracy, about DOJ, about, the things that are going to try to put out there. I don't think this is Biden in this case. I don't think this is the compassionate one. I think this is one that's overly emotional, and also this is my card for democracy. Okay. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here, and we'll have to see if my reading was right or wrong as this comes to fruition today. Will Mark Meadows stay in state court? According to the tarot, if I've read them right, it is saying yes. He is on the losing end. That Fani Willis has a much stronger case, and the witnesses that will be called will bear that out. So on that note, I'm going to leave that here, and we'll see you online.